next question is, which of the following factors shapes the ethical behavior of the members of an organization? So we have to identify factors which shapes ethical behavior of the members of organization. Option A is supervisor's behavior. Option B, organizational culture. Option C, code of ethics. And D, all of the above. So automatically we can say, obviously, code of ethics helps in shaping the ethical behavior. But code of ethics alone do not result in ethical behavior. The organizational culture, that is how is the work culture in the organization, also shapes ethical behavior. So this will also include, and similarly the supervisor's behavior, that is how the top management is behaving, how are their actions, whether their actions are ethical or not, also decides the ethical behavior of members of organization also. Therefore all the three options A, B, C are correct. Therefore D option will be the final answer. Now the next question is, which of the following statements are true? First statement, ethical dilemma arise when it is thought that serious good and bad are bound together in the same activity. So it is, first statement pertains to ethical dilemma, and we have already studied ethical dilemma and ethical issue. So ethical dilemma arise when it is thought that serious good and bad are bound together in the same activity. So we have studied that ethical dilemma occurs when two or more moral principle contradict each other. The example that we have taken was whether means can justify ends or not. In one situation, end is justified but means are not. And in second, means are good, but we can say the end will result in losses. So here both good and bad is there. In one decision, the end will result in good, but the means are bad. And in second decision, the means are good, but the result will be bad or losses for the organization. So when such type of thing is there, then ethical dilemma occur. So the first statement is correct because good and bad are bound together. So first is correct statement. The second one is, ethics uses the instrument of coercion to oblige its subject. Now we have to clearly understand the second statement. It is saying that ethics uses instrument of coercion. Coercion implies by force, that is you are making someone to obey you not because of that decision or issue being good, but you are forcing that person. So the person is not obliging you because of her own will. Instead you are forcing that person. This is called as coercion. So second statement is saying that ethics uses instrument of coercion. So let's take an example. If I say that protecting environment is ethical, so why I am saying this is ethical? Is there someone who is hanging a sword against my head and saying me and telling me to obey the environment or to protect the environment? No. I myself, by my own will, I know that protecting the environment is ethical. So in case of ethics, there are no coercion. There are values, there are morals. By evaluating my own morals, by justifying my own values, I will develop my own ethical principle, or the society will develop their own ethical principle. So there is no coercion in this case. Okay. So second will be a wrong statement. The third one is, ethical behavior is dependent on the conditions and circumstances under which an action or event take place. So this statement is saying that ethical behavior is dependent on the conditions and circumstances under which an action is taking place. So if we recall our deontological theological ethics, and in case of theological, it was saying that it was a consequentialist approach, and what it was saying, that whether your actions are ethical or not depends on the consequences, depend on the outcome. So in different situation, the same act could be ethical or unethical depending upon the actions, depending upon the final outcome, whether it is good or not. So yes, ethical behavior is dependent upon the condition and circumstances. In one circumstance, the same action could be ethical. In another circumstance, the same action could be unethical. So third statement is also correct. And the fourth one is, code of conduct forms a part of ethical training. Obviously, code of conduct forms part of ethical training. So whenever an employee joins an organization, technical training will be given to him or her. But besides that, the code of conduct will also be informed to the employees, because before joining or before taking the actions, the person must know what are the conduct rules, how should I perform, how should I not perform. In fact, we are studying this ethics and values in engineering topic in our paper 1. Why we are studying this? Because when we will crack the examination, we will become part of government. So in one way we can say that inclusion of this topic in our examination is itself a part of training. So before a formal joining, we are being trained in ethics. So therefore fourth option is also correct. So first, third and fourth, these three options are correct. Therefore B will be the correct answer. Now the last question is, which of the following are prominent examples of ethical issues that fall under the domain of applied ethics? Okay, so we have understood what is meant by applied ethics and what are the ethical issues. We have taken different examples of ethical issue. So the first one is euthanasia. Now what is meant by euthanasia? This situation or this issue is a part of medical ethics, bioethics. Now euthanasia implies that you are intentionally providing some medication to a person which will result in death of that person. Okay, so euthanasia implies artificial death of a person which is being supported by the community or the relative. So this seems contradictory. Why I will want some people to die? So the reason is that euthanasia involves a person who is already suffering from a, we can say, deadly disease. Okay, so in such cases where a person is more or less same as a dead body, that is, he is lying in the hospital bed for many years, in that cases or several other cases, euthanasia practice is followed in some countries. That is, we are allowed to medicate or give some medicines to the person which will result in death of that person. So this is a major ethical issue because it involves death of a person. So here we can talk about whether it is right or wrong, and when we are talking about whether the action is justified or not, ethical or not, automatically it becomes ethical issue. So yes, euthanasia is an ethical issue. The second one is protection of human and animal subjects in research. We have already understood this. It is a part of environmental ethics. Okay. If we take about animal as a subject, so we know that when different medicines are invented, before approval of that medicine, such medicines are being injected or applied to humans or to animals, and the researcher observes the impact of that medicine. So obviously this is a newly invented drug or medicine, and you are applying to an animal, and you don't know whether it will have any side effect or not, or it could even lead to death of that animal. So for your purposes only, sorry, for your research benefit only, you are harming some animal or you are even harming some human. So again it is an example of ethical issue, and it comes under again medical ethics. So first and second both are ethical issues. The next one is affirmative action. Affirmative action. Now we have to clearly understand what is meant by affirmative action. It relates to politics. The first and second statement relates to medical. The third statement relates to politics. Affirmative action implies that the government is taking some action in the interest of society as a whole, but during that action some people may be on loss side. Okay, some negative effect could occur on the remaining group of people. Let us take an example. The common example is of subsidy. In case of subsidy, what is happening, that government is giving some amount of rupee to the poor person. Now from where this amount is coming? This amount is coming from tax. Okay, so you are taxing, you are charging cess, you are charging tax on richer people, and you are giving that money to poor people for development, for health, for education, etc., etc. So this is called as affirmative action, that you are giving money to poor people or for a particular sector. But the negative effect is that you are taking money, you are charging more money from rich people. So here again there is an ethical issue, whether it is right to charge more money from rich people and give to poor people, or it is wrong. So this is also an ethical issue, but it comes under political domain, political ethics. The last one is acceptable risk in workplace. So this fourth statements, we can say it comes under our professional domain, engineering professional domain. In our engineering, there are various examples where there are risk involved in workplace. Let's say case of mining. So mining obviously comes under engineering. So when you are mining, let's say any coal, gold, or crude oil, etc., etc., then it involves risk to the safety of employees. So if you want to mine more material, increase risk could occur to employees. So here what is the acceptable level of risk? This again becomes an ethical issue. On one hand, you will become more productive, you will mine more amount of mineral from the earth, but on the other hand the risk to the health and safety of employee is also increasing. So the negative effect could be death or major injury to the employee, and the profit would be in terms of more amount of mineral. So here again it is an ethical issue, up to what level. So what is the acceptable level of the risk? Deciding this also becomes an ethical issue. So we can say all four options are examples of ethical issues which come under applied ethics. And first and second, we can crudely say it comes under bioethics, medical ethics. The third one, it comes under political ethics, policy issue. And the fourth one, we can say it relates to our engineering ethics issue. Okay, so the correct answer would be all four are ethical issue, therefore C would be the correct option. Thank you.